Hello, and welcome to part 2 of my boss drops only playthrough. Picking up from the end of part 1, I'm finally ready to take on the mechs, starting with the Destroyer. I went with the Summoner build for this as the Blade Staff is my most powerful weapon by far, and when combined with the Firecracker, it deals great damage against the many segments of the Destroyer. The gelatinous pillion mount proves once again to be an excellent substitute for both boots and wings, and allows me to get some distance from the boss whenever my health gets low. Before long, the Destroyer is, well, destroyed, and I use the Hallowed Barcy drops to craft the Durandal, which further increases my damage output against the remaining mechs. I end up fighting them both on the same night, Skeletron Prime first, followed by the twins soon after. Neither form too much of a threat, but the additional Hallowed Bars they dropped give me a great upgrade in the form of Hallowed Armour. I can also finally upgrade from my Crimson Pickaxe to the Pickaxe Axe, which will be pretty useful for clearing out a Plantera arena. Lastly, I upgrade one of my emblems to an Avenger emblem, giving a further 12% boost to all damage types. While waiting for live fruits and Plantera bulbs to grow in the jungle, I spend some time at the local mushroom biome waiting for a truffle worm to spawn. Then put my new pickaxe to use mining out an arena for Plantera. There were still no well-placed bulbs, so I built an arena in the ocean as well, and accidentally spawned 2 Duke Fishrons at once. Although I only realised this halfway through the fight. Needless to say, I didn't survive that attempt. At this point, I spent an absurd amount of time exploring the underground jungle for a Plantera bulb. I could have crafted a summon from Fargo's Mutant mod, but that would require chlorophyte bars, which required a titanium forge, which required titanium ore, which required fishing, so that didn't seem like a much better option. Eventually I resort to breaking a bulb quite far from the arena and leading Plantera back. Once in the arena, I can circle her to avoid almost all damage in the first phase, then in the second I just need to be careful with the dodging of the tentacles. After defeating her once, I had no desire to wait for any more bulbs, so went straight through the temple and made a little arena for fighting Golem. The challenge here wasn't in defeating him once, it was in defeating him enough times to get the drops I wanted. Thankfully the fights got easier due to the weapons he drops, but it still took over 20 kills to get the Eye of the Golem, which I could then combine with the Avenger's emblem to craft the Destroyer emblem, which is probably the most complex craft there is in this playthrough. Next, I decided to have a rematch with Duke using my new weapons. The heat ray seemed to do the most damage, which made the third phase a lot shorter and therefore less dangerous. It takes a few more kills to get the Razorblade Typhoon, and after many more I resort to using another recipe added by Fargo's Mutant mod to make the Fishron wings, meaning I can finally stop relying on a mount and be able to use a dash once again. At this point I'm probably more than ready to fight Moonlord, however I decided to use this as an opportunity to practice more against the Empress of Light. I somehow managed to only get hit twice during the first fight, despite not having fought the Empress since over a year ago while recording the Zenith Only series. Having the Razorblade Typhoon made the fight go a lot faster, so there was definitely a lot less opportunity to get hit, which helped. With the Empress defeated, I unlocked one of my favourite accessories in the game, the Soaring Insignia. I also got a couple of weapons, however the Razorblade Typhoon remained the stronger option. After reforging the insignia and waiting for daytime, I returned to the Hallow and give Daytime Empress a try. I got incredibly close on my first attempt, which is unexpected, and then not so close on the second attempt, and on the third attempt, this happened. With the Terra Prisma obtained, I decided it was about time to bully the lunatic cultist. After making sure he gave me all his lunch money, I took down the pillars one by one and thanked my past self for not doing this challenge in Master Mode. With the last pillar defeated, I waited a long minute for the Moonlord to spawn, then took to the skies in battle. Unfortunately, with the homing of the Razorblade Typhoon, I had little control over when each eye was destroyed, leading to the 2 on the hands being released long before the one on his head. There was a little too much going on because of this, and when trying to dodge the main death laser, I flew right into the mini one. On my second attempt I used the kaleidoscope and managed to take out all 3 eyes, however I panicked when I got too close to the Sky Island and threw the fight. Thinking a little more defense wouldn't do any harm, I switched to the Ranger helmet and used the Eventide on my third attempt. I'm not sure whether it was the practice or the fact that I could tank some extra hits, but on this attempt I was successful, concluding that yes, you can complete Terraria while using boss drops only. This was a really fun challenge to both play through and edit, and I'd recommend it to anyone who's looking for a little more difficulty without needing mods. I will say that most of that difficulty came from episode 1, and that once defeating the Queen Slime, this is mostly a normal run. However, it was still a very enjoyable rule set throughout. I've seen in the comments of the last video that some of you are trying this without allowing items crafted from boss drops, and all I can say to that is good luck. If you managed to get through it, then let me know how it went. I'm curious what the most challenging part was for you. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and if you want to make sure you don't miss the next series, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.